Yep, so we are back in the biggest city I think I've ever worked on in the entirety of my channel with City Skylines 2, and there's so many more problems that we need to fix. My aim is just to keep going until this city is humming, however many fixes that takes. So we're going to be tackling something a little bit different today. So if we sort of jump out of the view following the train there and have a look at some of the problems you've got around. Now these ones here, high resource costs are a big problem across the city. Generally speaking, these not enough customers are either to do with education levels or getting people from A to B so they can actually work there, but more often than not it's to do with education levels. This is to do with the production chain in your city, so we're going to tackle that. If we get time then at the end, we're going to take a look at the mass transit, all those options we've got, the subway and the train throughout the city, and of course any traffic fixes along the way, we will be tackling them too. First of all, let's have a quick look at the production chain, and I'm already spotting traffic popping up. We'll come back to that. Oh, that was an autosave. I'll have a quick sip of tea and then we'll look at the production chain. Right, so let's click down here on City Economy and have a look at our production. So I know some people don't quite always understand what you're being shown here, so very quickly I'll explain. Over here we have selected wood. This top one here is like the key to what we're looking at below. So anything in blue, that is the forestry that we're making the wood, which is this product in the middle, and then that can be used for heating, for processing by industry into timber in this case, and then any surplus is sold. The red here is the deficit. If we have a deficit of any of these products, they're going to be imported or paid for from outside of the city, rather than this is just made inside our city. So then we apply what we know at the top there to what we see at the bottom. So we have 750 tons of forestry which is being made, but we have 3.65 tons which we're having to get in from outside the city, which is costing us a lot of money. So those two together is what we're doing here, and then we're processing those into timber. It would be nice to have a surplus because we could sell that for extra money, but first of all we want to make sure that we're making enough wood to cover our need, and that applies the same for each of these. So we have a big deficit of grain, we have a big deficit of livestock, although not quite as big. We have no fish at all in the city, so that's all being brought in. We have a deficit of vegetables, cotton, oil, not so bad on the old metal ore and the coal. We're not really using as much there. The stone is used in upgrades, so the wood and the stone are the big two really that can help your city. Every time a house or a building wants to upgrade, they need access to wood and stone. So let's concentrate on those first of all. Where could we put some, forestry in? Now, a lot of this map is taken up. There are some squares available. We've got some squares available to buy, so we could do that, but I'd like to stick within the squares that we've got. I'm looking perhaps at some of this space over here. Yeah, do you know what? I think we're going to buy some squares. Let's find some that are right next to some nice good road infrastructure. And as we're looking, we've got this section here. So this is a big road upgrade we put in last time. It goes right into this nice intersection here, which then goes onto the highway. This was a nice little junction that we made last time as well. And then that highway heads in and out of the city. There's also a rail line in here, which if we're clever enough, we might be able to squeeze that off and help with picking up some of our forestry. So let's get putting in some forestry and use some of this space. Okay, so we've got some set up in this area over here, and then what we want to keep an eye on is how that's going to affect. So we had a minus 3.65 kiloton. It's going to take a while before they start producing some trees for us, and that drops down, which is then going to make the wood cheaper, not only for upgrades, but also for all the businesses that need the various stocks and things. So that's one that we've worked on. Why don't we take a look at the stone as well, which was the other one? What is the... So we've got 1.94 kilotons low there. Now this can be placed absolutely anywhere. So maybe we could just pop that over in our industry area somewhere like this. Yeah, let's do that. Right, so while I've been adding these in at various spots over here, we have actually unlocked this unique building, Ground Earth. So we're going to get plus 2% industrial efficiency citywide, plus 10% ore deposits, which we haven't got to the ore yet. Stone can be placed anywhere, so it doesn't really count towards that. But that is really good. So as you get these buildings, put them in, they have zero cost and a ton of benefits. I think I'm going to place that one. We've got a little spot over here, which I'll just pop right in the middle. Why not? There we go, in amongst our other stone mines. So we're going to let those continue running as well and see how those, along with all of our wood, I was going to say wood mines, our foresty areas over here will help us too. What's next on the list? Tell you what's next on the list is the paper factory, which we've just unlocked. Plus 5% industrial efficiency citywide. That just took another forestry area to be added. I don't think that's too large. That's larger than I thought. Where could we pop that? I've just bought these two squares here. I'm very aware of the wind direction, which is going this way, so I think we'll be okay. But there's lots of people working here, living here, I should say, lots of residential places. But I don't think the noise of this is going to cause any problems. So I'm just going to pop that over here a little bit further away, and we're going to get a lot of jobs. They're going to take the timber, they're going to make the paper, they're going to make us a lot of money, which is good. And employees is 18, so it's not too ridiculous. Excellent. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, unlock some squares, and just put down a ton of farms. So a ton of grain, a ton of livestock, a ton of vegetables, and do all of that. I'm going to find where we've got oil, and that might be worth checking actually. Let's just have a look. Oh, that didn't pop up the oil menu like I thought it was going to do. Natural resources, and then what I tend to do is come down here. Let's untick that, untick that, untick that, and untick that. So we've got some oil up here. We've got some over there. So a couple of spots for oil. So we'll definitely buy those, and I'll get those covered in all of the relevant items as well. And these two are probably just not too bad. So let me just do that. I'm probably going to do that off camera. I'm going to buy some squares down here, I think, because the wind is heading... that way, away from the city, up towards the mountain, and a lot of this is industry anyway. And what's interesting, if you pick some of these industries to see what it is that is the high resource cost, you can see these ones, it's stone, which we're hopefully taking care of. That one's stone, that one's stone, that one's stone, that one's stone. So obviously we've got a lot of stone that's needed. Stone, stone, more stone, and more stone. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll probably fill in this whole section here, and it's going to end up looking like this. Yeah, more farms as far as the eye can see. I'm just adding more and more and more, and if we just have a look over here, the symbols are going down. There was loads here. They're getting less and less. So I think this might just be a thing that we need to just let run for a while, and we'll come back and check whether all these symbols have gone. Hopefully many more very soon. We're going to fix a bit of traffic in a sec, but I just want to check my education pipeline. Yeah, elementary schools are still the thing that's holding everything up. And what's happening is, if we look down the bottom here, we're literally having anywhere between 500 and 1,000 plus an hour people moving in. I just want to tax these people to stop them flipping doing it. So if we just pop this up to like 12% tax, and I'm hoping we can just get that to stop. So I will keep an eye on that and keep adjusting it. Look, this figure down here, this red thing's going down. Unreliable mail service, not happy about. High crime. I thought the top one was going to be taxes. It's only -2 at taxes, and now more people are moving in. All right, well, why don't we try 20% tax? Let's see what that does. They're not complaining about tax anymore. Oh, there we go, -15 on the old taxes. Let's just sort of leave that like that and just see if we can forcibly stop people moving in. But we're going to hit 700,000 at some point anyway. I'm assuming we've got a lot of like empty houses and stuff. It's hard to tell on there. You'd probably need a mod to realistically be able to check that. Everything looks sort of filled in. I'm guessing these are commercial or offices. Yeah, offices. All right, okay. So I think let's add in some more elementary schools around the place. What's the best one with the most spaces? I mean, basically the biggest ones you've got are the EE Elementary School, which has got 1,000, where am I looking? 1,500, but no extra that you can plop on there to make it bigger, no upgrades. This one has 1,500, but then you've got this one here, which adds another 500, so you get to 2,000 with that one. The USA Northeast Elementary has 1,500 if you add on the extension. So, I mean, probably one of these two we could pop around the place, and I think that will just make a big difference. So I'm gonna do that at various spots and hopefully get this figure here up to a higher level. That's the plan. Okay, so I'll probably put about 20 of those down. I don't really keep track. Actually, we'll do it this way. You can see we've got like education absolutely everywhere. We're up here now. So the figure we're basically looking at is who's eligible, 166,500, capacity 185,000. So I've also got my tax rates for services up 150% or something on education. So we've got a load of extra spaces. So that will help for these not enough customers. So if we just pick a random one of those, let's have a look. What is their problem? Oh, they've actually got no open positions. Oh, not enough customers. Sorry, reading the wrong thing. Yeah, not enough customers. So that's just basically getting people here. We're going to look at that one in a minute. What was the problem that I was talking about? And we can see if I can find that one. I think these are all not enough customers, aren't they? Yeah, okay, well that's good then. So we should be able to just get that one sorted out very easily. This is constantly struggling for trash. If we just look at this area, we've got all these incinerators that are tasked for this. I think, though, the problem is they're like over here at various places. I'd like to put something in here, but I think this is all residential. Yeah, there's this little spot up the top here, and I think the wind is going in this direction. It's going that straight across. So if we could pop something like on the end here, we could possibly just sort of help with that. I'm just sort of looking at this here. Could I just... Yeah, I'm going to take this bit here. We're going to D-zone, like... let's do this. D-zone, D-zone, not that one. D-zone all of that. There we go. We'll move this in a little bit. And then we've got this space here. So then we could just pop in there. I mean, I tend to use these Japanese recycling centres. 15 trucks. Yeah, I want that going sideways. And then just say that that is for this area and nothing else. Oh, put it on straight. Thank you kindly. 90%. There we go. If we do that, I'm going to pause. Oh, darn it. I'm going to put anarchy on, and then when I place it, there we go. It pops out the land there, and we can fix that. And then this one here, select operating districts. I mean, it can do the whole thing, but what I really want is just this bit here. So what you can do, if you've got anarchy, you can just like stick a district on a district. So I'm just going to say, we don't even need to do all of that, do we? Just like cover this bit. Primrose Dale. So if we take that, operating districts, I don't know which one I'm selecting now. I'm selecting the whole thing. There will be a, there we go. I'll go there, we'll get just Primrose Dale. And I think that will, there we go, we'll send all those trucks out eventually and do all of that. There we go, they're off. Excellent. While they're sorting that out, moving a little bit further up here, I mean, we've got all of these complaining about the noise. This map might have been, or this end of the city might have been built before the changes we had in noise. Now noise reaches further. So what we could do just to help this, I mean, there's no way of sort of stopping that noise, is if we de-zone all the ones complaining about noise and say, well, you don't live here anymore. That stops that. But what we could do is just pop some commercial in here instead. Let's go for some, I don't want mixed, I'm in the mixed one, that's why. Just some low density, there we go. Well, next time we get commercial demand, we'll do that instead. That's basically the way to solve that problem. Or you could redo all your industry, but I quite like the way that looks up against the river. We'll leave that. That is going to be the same with all of this over here, because as we've seen, the wind direction is going across. We've got a ton of industry, and the noise as well from this industry is going to make people unhappy. But the main thing is all the pollution. Are these mostly houses? Yes, everybody that's a house, or autosave, everybody that's a house in here that's complaining of that, I'm just going to de-zone and delete them, because builders. I mean, the industry's here. I'm just wondering, actually, because I think this has been added in at some point as well, the nuclear power plant. I mean, the other way of doing it is, that's noise pollution, is getting rid of the industry that's causing it all. I mean, this here you can see is coming across here, and that is a lot of pollution. Now, this actually isn't spreading too far. What's that there? Recycling centre. I think it's the accumulation of all of this. So anything up here I'll remove. I'm just wondering if we just get rid of this industry here, because we do have a lot of industry, and I know these guys that are ones that aren't complaining, but I might just get rid of like all of those up to there and then delete them. Yeah, we'll do that. We might just find that sort of lessens the pollution going across there. I don't know. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe we could give that a try. Definitely anybody up here complaining, which really isn't that many because commercial don't seem to care, but some of these do. So yeah, I'm going to do the same here as well. So I know some people will be going, oh, you can't do that, whereas other people want me to like completely redraw entire cities sometimes. But part of a city being this side is balancing. You know, you do have to make decisions as a city builder. Sometimes you've got to balance your city, and there's more than one way to skin a cat, as the saying goes. So like, for instance, we've added to our residential, sorry, no, we haven't. We've added to our education, our elementary schools. I think we'll just go with that for now and see how that goes. That one there, because that is yeah, there we go. So, you know, trying to fix the education problem, we've attacked it by putting in more elementary schools. You could make it less enticing for people to move in with kids. I mean, that's another thing you can do. So larger, more expensive housing. Yeah, all sorts of different things you could do. But yeah, I think we'll go with that. We'll see how that goes. This is getting better. Look, these symbols were all through here. Let's have a quick look at our production tab. That's definitely going down, which is good. I think these have dropped a little bit, not a huge amount. It's just going to take some time of letting the city run. So why don't we have a look at a couple of little traffic hotspots? And one of them I can see is this flipping peanut roundabout. I hate these things. I hate them with a vengeance. So everybody's trying to come in and out of all this big area here, and they're hitting all of this traffic, and this is the only way they're using. They do have access in and out here, but that isn't the isn't the best thing at the moment anyway. Let's just have a little roundabout there. You can just enjoy that, and there we go. We'll see. There's just no road hierarchy in this at all, so I am thinking of adding in some better road hierarchy, because that's going to help the goods to get around better, which is also going to help the cost problems that we've got up here. I think that's what we're going to do, you know. We're going to take this road here. We're going to do some upgrades. So this road is going to come through the middle here. I'm going to turn off anarchy. So any buildings that get deleted, that's good, because we don't want them on this main road. Don't worry, I know it's not connected at the other end yet. Oh, I want that one. There we go. I bring that all the way through like so, and I might just continue that all the way up through here as well, like that. Yeah, we'll do that, and then down here we'll go with this curve, and we're going to go from there, come on, to there, and get that to go through. And that is now another way for people to get through there. I don't think I want to remove the traffic lights. We want to just keep them going. Oh man alive. And then what I often do with this, let me just turn it around this way. So they're coming in on the right, is I'm going to make this one way. When you hit these sort of big industrial areas that people have done, it's one way in that way, and you can go up there. And then this way, it's one way coming in. And it just means that this can sort of just keep moving rather than being a big problem. And then also we could add another way in up here. Yeah, let's just do that as well. Let's just take this little one-way road. We're going to add that. I'm going to curve that into... I really wanted it to join there. I mean, I could just go straight up there and just make that little junction and do that. Yeah, let's do that. We'll take this off. You can just turn in, that's fine, keep it moving. It might just take the weight off of here, and then all of those that are going out are hitting this darn thing. So, I mean, we've got like 2 lanes there, 2 lanes there. It's like the lack of lane maths on this thing is disturbing. I don't know whether we could do that. So now it splits with the 2 and the 2. 2 and the 2 come together, and we could add the 2 and the 2 there. Got the 2 and the 2 going out, so we could add the 2 and the 2 there. That would make a little more sense in my brain for what we're trying to do. If any of you feel like you want to despawn to help us out here, I really don't mind. We've got lots of people crossing the road, which is something we really don't want here. Oh, you know what we can do? We've got pedestrian bridges. Oh no, it's the overpasses. Where are they in here? So that's not the one I want. I've got the new content creator packs. Hang on. They're in here somewhere, aren't they? There's my pathways. That's what I'm looking for. They're in here. Here we go. Yes, excellent. So these were in the City Stations creator pack. And even just one... Is it going to have to be this big? It's not going over the top. Yeah, there we go. Had to be snapping set up wrong. So I could just put that on here, whichever way round you want to go. There we go. And that will stop them crossing over the road there. And then we could use one of the wider ones here. Yep, excellent. We could do that. And then we'll take off all the crossings there and there. Very good. We're going to take that one off as well. And then we could have another crossing over there. Oh, I'm in the wrong menu. Yeah, that one goes fine. We'll just pop that in the middle. And if I do that there, if I do these like all the way up this middle road, we don't need any of the crossings that come at these junctions. I mean, it's not so busy back here anyway, but we'll stop there maybe. And the smaller ones, we could just like add on some of the side roads like this. There we go. That one won't work. This one here. Oh, look at that. And then we can take out all of these crossings, and that's just going to make things run so much better. Now, I know you might want to just sort of set these all up to look a little bit nicer. I'm going to take these out anyway on the main road because they can cross in other places. You might want to set these up to be a little bit nicer, but obviously I've got so much stuff I'm trying to fix in this city. We're going for the maximum amount of fixing in the time that's been allocated for this video and stuff that I know that you'll be able to get your head around as well. There we go. There we go. We'll do that. Nice. Let's just take a look down here. Oh, I like the look of those. They're good. And then we just got a few issues here. Obviously, there's some that are wanting to turn. So what I'm going to do is grab 5-lane asymmetric for here. That's good. You've got another lane going in there if you want it. These are okay. And then hopefully this is going to sort of somehow sort itself. We've got traffic lights on there as well. This is supposed to be a roundabout. Was that because I upgraded the roads and it didn't like it? Yeah, it's not letting me take those off there. Oh, there isn't traffic lights on there. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to use this mod and do the priorities tool. So select that intersection there. We're going to have yield here, but we're going to have priority. Yeah, go on, let me do it. There and there. That junction's fine, it keeps moving. This junction, so we're going to have yield there and there. I think that's done it. And then priority for these ones. Yeah, and yeah, that's good. That's fine, that carries on. Yeah. Oh, and then this one here. So priority for you. Has it done it? It's just not obvious that it's done. I'm like clicking there. Or I'm clicking there. Okay, I will double check and then yield for those. So it should be give way. Yeah, give way pops up. Okay, yeah. That's good. Yeah, I was going to double check that. All right, it's having some sort of effect. I think we'll have to just sort of leave that one going and come back to it. I removed the traffic light from there because it really wasn't helping. This could actually be a 4... I'm going to have to remove that. This is going to have to be a 4-lane road as well. I don't know why we've got it as one of these small ones, but if we do that, that's good, and then they can cross over down there. Yeah. There's no traffic lights, is there? All right, we'll come back to that. Let's just see where else perhaps we've got some traffic that we can fix. How's this going over here? Oh, yeah, we're getting less of the old trash worries over there, which is good. Yeah, that's going to take a long time for the pollution to go down. Oh, what have we got going on down here? Oh, my life. Okay, loads of traffic going around the corner. all merging into here, and a big old hoo-ha. What is going on here? I didn't do this, did I? No, I'm pretty sure I didn't, because everybody has to go off and then they U-turn in to come back up again. Yeah, this ain't right, is it? Let's just sort this out. I am going to delete all of this and delete all of that. So this is all a bit hawky-mcvorky. Let's grab this road here. I can tell what this possibly was is something you've done at one point to maybe deal with the issues that you've got. And then it's got to the point where you're like, okay, this is all a bit all over the place. Let's grab that one. I'm going to see, actually, so what is that? That's 4 and a whole load of lanes on that one. See, this one here doesn't need to be that many lanes. This one round here absolutely doesn't need to be that many lanes. Okay. It's 1 lane coming off, so we're going to downgrade this to 1 lane. Right, whoa. Like this. Yeah, not the... Oh, good grief. And that's all up in the air as well. Not the best upgrade ever. There we go, and we'll do this one, otherwise... Oh, good grief, yeah, I forgot. The whole thing is, like, up in the air. Let's just be careful what we're doing here. Yep, there we go. So now we've got... Oh, what have we got? The lane maths in this is doing me nut. 1, 2... You've got 4 lane, 2 off, and 3 down here. So that's just going to confuse everybody. So we're going to do that one. I'm going to put all my snapping back on and just turn all of those off, and it'll just keep it to what it is. There we go. That's going to be a lot easier to deal with. Now we've got 3 lanes. So we can go with that with one of those. And we're going to take that. I'm going to turn off snapping and just sort of try and eyeball that. That works so much better, doesn't it? Then this one goes up here. I just feel like I need to do a little bit of something. There we go. And then what we don't want is them turning left and swinging round. So we can use the in-game tool for that. No lefts. There we go. So they're all going to go straight on. And then we do have a traffic light here, which I think if we just do this and put split phasing, again, we don't need the pedestrian crossing, do we? I'm going to do split phasing. We're going to remove the crossings. And then we're going to set some of these up again. These are just amazing. These are just amazing. I'll turn anarchy off so I know, yeah. So I want to get them, I think. So basically, depending on which side of the road your mouse cursor's on, that's the way they face. If I do that, down like that, so we have all the steps in the middle, so if they're coming down and going up the next one, and then depending on how many times you place them, you can get different versions of it as well, so we might be able to just redo that one. I would like a built-in option to be able to choose what it is you want, because we're going to get a different one again there. Look, hang on, yeah, this is the one I want. So if there was a way to cycle it, there used to be a mod that did it. I know we don't want to just rely on mods for everything, but in vanilla, if there was a little box with the recolor, and then you just clicked it and it just cycled through the options, even if they're like lots of random different options, eventually you'd get to what you want, and that would work really well. Let's go with that and just keep an eye on this for a couple of minutes and see how this fares. Okay, this top end up here is almost clear. I have extended the road, so that's a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2, something like that. Anyway, we've added more lanes on, and it's just helped how everything is working. Let's just have a quick look what road that actually is, because that would be worth knowing. 7-lane asymmetrical was the word I was looking for. Yeah, so 5 and 2, 5 and 2, and this is just a 6-lane road. And that is working out really, really well. So once this all goes down over here, or there isn't so much going through, that isn't so bad. It backs up a little bit, but it's not so bad. It's then just giving this lot a little bit of time to sort themselves out. It's going, yeah, it's all that way up there. I just wonder whether we could add... So what's happening with these? Oh my goodness, what's happening with this? Once again, we have hawky-walky weirdness going on. Why are you doing that? Yeah, we don't need this. I'm sorry. Come out of this view. This is just nuts. You just want that to go underneath and connect that up, not do whatever that's doing. Oh, and missed the last bit there. I just want to turn that around before we unpause. There we go, excellent. So that's going to stop all that stupidness over here. We don't want people turning around and going in the other direction. Thank you very much. And hopefully that will help. We've got a lane coming up. We've also got this one here where they're crossing off, coming off right by this, which is just nuts. Has that got other ways in and out? Yeah, I mean, I am just going to delete that. I don't know what that's for. I don't think that's going to mess anything up, and just keep all of this going down here, which is going to just free up all of that, which will hopefully be good. And this is going down as well. Let's just keep an eye on all of that traffic going off into the distance up here and all of the traffic coming over the bridge there. Aha, there we go. Excellent. So the only other thing I did was just increase this to 3 lanes, like all the way down, because down there it needs it for the lane math anyway. 1 lane off, 2 lane on. So that just made more sense. And if we come back to here, look at that. It's all cleaned out. It's all going through. Everybody's happy. And some people are using the crossings there, which is really good. This guy on his bike doing a crazy U-turn, but it doesn't matter because there's not a whole load of ridiculous traffic. Fantastic. Okay, another little traffic hotspot here. We've got a load of traffic all coming down this main road. We've got a ton of people wanting to cross the road. I bet you can imagine what I'm going to do here. That is right. We're going to just grab some overpasses. Let's get the smaller one. Let's turn the anarchy off. I'm going to butt them right up to there. Nope, I want this way. Thank you very much. I want this way. So even with trams and stuff all on here. Come on, flip. Thank you. They're all working absolutely fine, which is great. Off, 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 and off. Very good. We could probably do with some asymmetric roads coming through there. If I pick of that one, 4 lane, 5 lane asymmetric, in, and in. Excellent. And then we're going to use this one to turn off any crazy... Now, we're just going to pause this. So any that are unsafe, but that's also going to remove all the tram stuff as well. So what I tend to do is just do it like that if there's a load of trams. So I can see which one they're going to... There we go. Which one is the problem? And there should be one there. Yeah, so we're going to get no U-turns, but everything else will work. And then I'm going to pop on here, split phasing, and save that. And let's just keep an eye on this for a few minutes. Oh, look at all that. Look at it all. And see how it goes. Okay, so these 2 bottom roads are okay. That one's okay. This isn't going down quick enough, and I'm just maybe going to have a look along here and just see what's going on. I mean, even when the traffic lights change, they're not all getting into this lane. I think we've got 1 lane turning right, and it's just not enough. Because there's a lot of people that want to turn right. We've got this car park in here, which I think is part of all of this college and stuff. So if we could add more lanes onto this, so we get more turning lanes, and also this right-hand lane is where the tram is as well. So I don't think anything like that's going to fit in. What's the biggest one we've got? 8? No, that's not going to fit in. It's this one I want, isn't it? The biggest one we've got with the divider is a 4 lane, but the divider, the trams don't go in the middle, and that's like less lanes, isn't it? 5 lane asymmetric is what we've got. I might just change the way the lanes are working here with the lane tool, rather than trying to squeeze in a bigger lane. So we've got this one that turns. We've got that one that goes left, right, and straight on. We're going to turn that one off. And we've now got 2 right-hand turns. And then this one, that can be the straight on as well, and left. And I think that's just going to double up the amount of people coming through here. Yeah, like that. That guy's got the right idea. Come around. And then hopefully Let's just give that a second. Yeah, we're going to get more people queuing up down here. That's what we want. Brilliant. And then back here, I mean, we can absolutely do the thing again where we get rid of the crossing, because now the lights are changing and letting everybody through, but they're not getting through here quick enough because we've got all of this going on. So let's do the thing. We'll have, I mean, we just need one, don't we? Well, let's just put it up here a little bit out of the way. And then if we grab that, traffic lights, we just do this and it'll go. There we go. And that'll just keep things rolling. And I could even grab that road there, bring it even further back here just to really get the traffic going. I'm assuming there's some bus things on there, but I'm gonna, well, this one we can go the other way, can't we? Let's just put Anarchy on. There we go. It's already got it there. Brilliant. So that should bring all of that through. Oh, we've still got traffic lights. I don't want traffic lights because there's hardly anybody coming out of there. All right, let's just give that a couple of oh, look, there's so many people not on the road and using these, which is just what we want. Brilliant. I mean, there's also this here, subway entrance and exit, which is increasing the traffic right by the junction. But yeah, let's just do a super speedy time lapse and watch that traffic in the distance back there, and hopefully it'll all go down. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's all just finally going through the last couple of things. And why is there traffic down here to the right? What's going on? Oh, okay. No, we're fine. They're getting through. Excellent. Look at that. That was queued all the way up that big long road. And just, yeah, traffic lights, overpasses, thinking about your lane connections and stuff like that. This traffic light can come out down here. It's not that busy that we need it. So keep on moving. That is brilliant. Love it. Also got this piece of highway here that's got a lot of traffic on it coming down, and hitting a roundabout. There we go. And it's all a bit struggling through here. And again, I can see, I bet if we just remove these crossings, that we're going to get people being a lot happier with their life. And these are interesting, these ones, because, oh, it will snap there for some reason, but it won't snap here. Oh, it does snap there. It just wasn't letting me a minute ago. But if we do that, yeah, there's no road connection. So what we actually need in there is we're going to go for a 5-lane asymmetric, just that, no, not the whole thing, just that last bit. There we go, and that should be fine. Yeah, that's good. And then we'll add in some more around here. There we go, remove those crossings, and that should keep everybody just going, which is what we want. I'm gonna upgrade that to an asymmetrical road going in. I think it already is. That one already is as well. Don't need a traffic light up there for the cars coming up this way. That should help all of this traffic up here go down. Yeah, it should. I'm just watching what's going on there. Let's just keep an eye on this for a second. Unfortunately, what I'm noticing is from the road coming down at the top, everybody wants to turn what would be right for them. And look, they're all cutting in at the end here. There's only one lane going right. And as this is one of those roundabouts that comes with the game, you can't sort of mess with it at all with the lane connector tool or anything. Do I want to remake a roundabout here? No. Is there some other way I could fix this? Possibly, yes. How is that connected? So that comes from down there. What I might just do is remove those, move this to there. Is that going to stay connected? It looks like it has. Oh, because it's from over there, isn't it? If we get rid of that, that one's still connected. We've then got some space there, which means we could go to a... which one of these would it be to give us the extra lane? 6 lane will give us 2 extra lanes. Yeah, that's what I want. 2 and a 4. So if we do that, we can have another lane coming off there, which could go into this one, which just needs to be a straight up 6-lane road. Although we only want the 6-lane road to be this bit up here. Could we have that extra lane go in somewhere else? I'm just thinking what's the best thing to do. I could just sort of monkey around with this. Don't worry, we'll move the... I mean, I could literally have that going into there. Like that, and we'll just do that instead. Did I have Anarchy on when I did that? I did. So let's move this. Come on. Yeah, we'll do that. I still had Anarchy on. Okay, we'll move that over here. I didn't mean to have Anarchy on when I did it. Yeah, we'll go like that, and then we'll just remove all of these. Boom, 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 boom. Don't need the traffic lights, don't need the crossings, don't need all the silly stuff, don't need that, 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 don't need that. Keep things moving. There's crossings in other places. I mean, we could do that. See how that goes. Hopefully, maybe. That's keeping people away from the roundabout. Let's just maybe keep an eye on how much of a bad mistake that was. Hey, there we go. That's gone through well. There's a little bit of hawky-walkiness going on there as they get round the corner, but they've managed to work it out. Fantastic. That's what we want to see. All of this back. I mean, look, we've got this line of people coming down here. And look, again, what is it that's causing the issues? 1, 2, 3. All together now. People. So, I don't know what I was going to say. I started counting to 3, and I'm thinking, I don't know what the answer is to this question. But if we do this in a few places like that, we move that, that, and that, and then remove, excuse me, there we go, that. Was there another one down here? No, that was it. And those two. We might as well move that one as well. Get yourself going. Do you really need a traffic light there? There's like, I mean, it's going through anyway. I'm just thinking, let's just wait for that traffic light to change. See what happens. I just can't help myself. I'm going to make it a split phasing anyway. There we go. And that'll be fine. I'm not going to worry about that because I fixed all of this down here. Hooray. And the people rejoice. There's a bit of traffic going that way, but it's not too bad. Hopefully, let's just give it a second and see what happens. It's this person here. What are you doing? Pick a flipping... Look at you. What is it with the grey sedan drivers? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, there you go. It's fine. It's just people getting stuck behind trams as they're coming down the road. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Excellent. I'm really pleased with that. Well, as before, this is going to need another part to fix. We are making a dent in the education. I think we've solved that one now. The recycling and trash problems, that's going to be an ongoing issue that we're going to have to keep playing whack-a-mole with. Traffic is getting there. There's a couple of hot spots that we need to deal with. We ran out of time for mass transit today. That's going to be first on my list for the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying this humongous traffic fix of a city that now has passed 700,000, then leave a like below, subscribe if you're new, and I am determined to get this city with no problems at all. My, that is a wiggly up and down road there, isn't it? Absolutely love it. No problems at all, and then we might even try and get it to 1 million population. We'll see how we go with that. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you all very soon for the next one. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.